Okay, before I get started on today's episode, there is a new DLC, and can we just appreciate for a second how cool these doors are, and how I'm immediately going to replace these M1s for these lovely glass ones, because they look so much better. So much better. They've had a nice little upgrade. I've no idea what I'm going to do with these rounded edge blocks, but the new landing gear, also very, very cool. Love that so very much. Can I see a smaller version? Even a smaller version looks cool. It's like a little foot. The new suspended control station and control seat are super cool. Jump drives. Hydrogen thrusters, also very cool. And some new lights as well. Very, very simple. Very, very minor. But gonna make everything look so much better. These are so cool too. Just so simple. So simple. So clean. Oh, I love it. Right, I'm just going to do these last two and then I'm going to crack on. Tell you what we could also do just to make these look a little bit cooler is set the outside one to a half block. I feel like it just ties it in a little bit nicer. And then if we wanted to, where you at? We can just add a couple of these to the edges. Not the big boys. We want this one. Yeah, a couple of these to the edges just to give it a full frame and make it look somewhat pretty, I guess. Could be nicer, for sure, but yeah, that already looks way better. Just gives it a nice little surround, you know? Makes things look a little bit tidier. Definitely maybe more that can be done to that, but it'll do. It'll do. Right, game plan for today. I've had a few ideas, so I think first things first that I want to start with is work out getting a lift in here so I can start. I need to get some sensors on these so badly. So we can start setting up an area to be able to dock stuff, because having just this sat on an arm outside, probably not the best idea. Also need to close up all of that too. Yeah, there's still a whole lot to do. But I think setting up a piston thing out here so we can have like a lift, park on the first one, lift the bad boy up, and then park the second one. Probably the best idea I've had for a while. I think that would be really cool. I can always put the connector on the thing as well, maybe. Could pose a little bit more of an issue. No, materials pass through pistons. We should be able to make that work. Somehow. Maybe. The other idea, which could be far more time consuming, was to get this entire thing bored out and build a mega welder. Because after welding up the last ship, I kind of don't really want to do it again, especially when it comes to large ships. So having basically just both sides layered with welders and then glass with like grinders on the bottom maybe, just so we can drop it off and, you know, repeat the process. Having it in this massive dip, probably a really good idea. And we can always build like, I guess once the drill is out of the hole, we're never going to need this drill on this side again. So once we shift around to point number 2, then we can build like a big frame over the top, because it's not going to matter. Big frame, a crane type thing, maybe. Get something on runners, and then we can have like an arm come down, connect it to some pistons again, and lower the beast into the hole. And then if we do need to like bring it closer to one side or the other, we can just shift the rollers either side, or get the whole wall on pistons, bring it in and work its way out. That could also be an idea. An idea for another day, because it sounds like that's going to require a lot of brain work, and we fall in the hole. And also just a lot of time. We need a lot of time, a lot of pots to fill, because these are pretty much full already. Definitely not sustainable. And batteries. Batteries are completely empty. Damn, this place has seen better days. And we're about to die. I also need to get some silver today, because I can't keep breaking down and repairing that cryopod, whatever you want to call it. Alright, seeing as this is quite a small ship in terms of ships, how wide are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Give or take. So we want it at least 5 wide. Yeah, I reckon that's an idea. We can always park it sideways as well. You know, fly and dock it up. facing the wall. Should work, right? Maybe we should rotate this just to make sure. I'm pretty sure this fits in the gap. Right, what do we have that we need to turn on? You into auto. Get that piston unlocked and lift. Do you fit is the question. Yeah, loads of room. Look at that. There's a ton of room in there. Oh, missed it by a centimetre. I reckon... Oh, this is going to be so cool. I'm so excited. I've always loved the idea of, like, you know in, is it Fast and Furious? They've got the, like, mega garage setup with just multiple lifts that control everything. I've always loved the idea of that, and we can just rotate things out. So I think getting that set up in the base is going to be super cool. Question is, right, if we're going to have this 5 wide, so we've got 1, 2, 3, that's where our piston's going to live. Hole numero uno was still sealed. I might actually maybe just close these gaps just to make sure. Last thing I want is to break the airlock because that would suck. Guess part number 2 is drilling. How deep do we need this to go? Do I have pistons on quick access anywhere maybe? No, we are completely pistonless. Right. Piston. Maybe the round one? I feel like we'll have both. I feel like the round one might just have a better chance of fitting through the hole. Nah, it's still the same size, isn't it? Still the same size. I mean, it should go. Oh, we can actually just build it there as well, which is pretty nuts. I don't really want to do that though. I kind of want it to be serviceable. And then this travels 5 blocks, I believe, maybe. One kind of big-ish hole. It'll do. It'll do. Definitely need a lot more steel plates, but should be okay for now. And then, I guess, just piston. Yeah, we're going to want to get behind that, so time to get breaking. Can I just dump all of that in there? Grab maybe 200. Yeah, that checks out. Lovely jubbly. All I want to know is if this is going to be able to push. Do you know what I mean? That is my only fear. Right, we have 1 piston. This should just extend, right? Yeah. How high does she go? Actually really high. That's quite a lot higher than I thought. Nice. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I kind of expect it to be... I kind of expected 5 blocks to be lower. Question is though, if I have it set up like this, I'm going to need to drive up a ramp to get up there. Do I have this recessed by 1? Would it be easier to drive up or down? Probably with the nature of it, with both of those being slightly inset, it's going to be up. Yeah, we'll leave it as is. We can always just, you know, rotate in, job done, down here. Probably need some half blocks and stuff to hide this, but, that's going to pose even more issues. I mean, does it really matter if that's on show? No, not really. Just being a little bit picky as per usual. Right, next question. Can objects be conveyed through a hinge? Hinges can transfer items and rotate up to 180 degrees. Perfect. So what I was thinking is none of these connectors actually have side ports, so we're going to need to back onto it. Maybe push out and rotate up, but we can't. I guess we could just rotate. Hang on. Oh, okay. That cuts out the, every painful thought I just had. Perfect. Yeah, nice. That's a game changer. That's so easy. Ah, lovely. Right, okay. Well, I guess we just build up around this bad boy then. I think I'm not sure. Should we go for round ones or should we go for square ones? I do really like the round ones, but I feel like in this instance, tubes are probably the way. There are. Cool. Okay. Go away. Every negative thought I've had about this has kind of just solved itself almost immediately. That's wonderful. Other than the need for interior plates. Lovely. I feel like this is the point where we find out there's no central point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4 gets us to the center. That's the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Okay, this is actually going a lot better than I thought. Let's get the inset side connector. Okay, do you work with how I want you to work? That should be fine. Yeah, delicious. Lovely. Okay, this is almost too perfect. I kind of don't want to say a bad word about it, or a good word about it, for that matter, because I will screw it up. Without a doubt, and something will go horribly wrong. Do also need to move this door as well, I've just thought. That's a job for later. Yeah, one more piston built and another piston extended. Lovely. I'm excited. This could be really cool. This could be really cool. We could definitely move this a little bit faster. Oh, I feel like there's a bit of emphasis with the slow ramp though. Maybe I'll go 1 meter. 1 meter a second. Yeah, 1 meter a second. That'll do. I thought that depressed when I stood in it then, or came off it. That'd be really cool if that's a thing. Just gonna build these up so I don't get any sort of overlap later on. Because yeah, that would suck. And also need to work out how to expand this roof properly. I did always like the idea of having an elevator on the outside, so could land up here. No need to go into the garage unless you need to go into the garage. Step off of this bad boy, come down to the lift, and then drop down into this side, and that will just like have the door there ready and waiting for you. Could be a job for another day, but could also be really cool. I feel like it would just be a nice little touch to roof access rather than strictly ground access. And then in theory, I wouldn't need to use my jetpack. I basically want to make everything that I build jetpack proof because yeah, it's way better. Don't know why, but something there's a very, very low chance I ever run out of hydrogen intentionally. So having full access without needing to jump off anything and hurt myself kinda just works in my head, and I much prefer to do that than have everything set up as like, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense, or am I just talking nonsense? Probably talking nonsense. Right, that links everything together. We just need a button to pull it down. Yeah, let's maybe do that. Control panel, please. Where you at? I might actually just do a button. Let's go full button, go hard or go home. Okay, piston car lift is set up, and if we just reverse it, there we go. Nice and easy. Anytime we want to bring a ship in, we just land it on the thing, click the button, we'll go up. Anytime we take a ship out the thing, we just do the same thing. Too easy. Oh, I love it when things just work. It's so rare. And then it does, and it's just wonderful. Right, all I need to do is get this built out, and hopefully it continues to just work. I already know the issue we're going to run into. Excellent. Okay, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That's so good. I cannot believe just how perfectly this has gone. Oh, God, I love this game. Engineering's great, man. So good. And should we see how it goes with a full load? Just as cruisy. Oh, that's so good. Is this central? It is. Ah, okay. Problem. Door. Door is the problem. Checks out. Maybe we just flip that round so the exposed door is on the inside. Probably the easiest way to do that, I reckon. Could even go for a half door inside. Could work. Safe to say, these new little half doors are probably my favourite thing. They're so cool. I've no idea why. I just absolutely love them. They're great. They're just wonderful. They're so good. And then moment of truth number 2. Is this actually going to work? It should do. It should miss everything and come straight down. Fingers crossed. Please work. Lovely. Cool. Okay, that is wonderful. That's so good. It's turned out way better than expected, way faster than expected, which is just brilliant. All we need now is a bunch of gear to get these connected up. A whole bunch of steel plates. Dreading that bit. Might even have some left in here, you know. Just drag the welder across it real quick. Can we view inventory at all? Nah, nothing left. Bunch of bulletproof glass. Not quite what we're after, but that's okay. Welding by hand is always so very long. You'd think, you know, having the big welding ship right there, either just flew up, grabbed one load, job done. No, not the case. I decided to do everything manually. Ah, what a peanut. Right. Ah, we've actually got proper little terrariums and stuff. They're so cool. Have I never seen those? Interior plates, or are they panels? They are panels. All I want is just a couple of these to cover whatever's left. I reckon maybe just one either side here, and then straight up the centre. Back to our classic everything we make shape. It's wonderful. Love it. Lovely. Much better, just in time for a storm as well. Actually gonna get some heavy wind down here. Right, let's just try and fly this bad boy up, see if she does actually lock on properly. This would be the game breaker, wouldn't it? Get it up there, doesn't even work. Inset connector to an inset connector is gonna be tricky, however. Especially when I can't see. Should be about right. Maybe? I don't feel any... That'd be why, because we are nowhere near. No. Doesn't quite work. Okay, that is the ship's fault. No more, no less. If we disconnect that connector, pull it out ever so slightly, just get, yeah, one of those little sorters in there. We'll be able to make that work, and then we can just whitelist everything. Damn, that's windy. Got incredibly loud so very quickly. Can I just transfer everything into there? Guess that'll do. Also just realised, might need a little bit of hydrogen. Don't even need the sorter, just one connector should do the trick. Think that should butt in enough, maybe? We can only hope. All components were successfully withdrawn. Huh? Interesting. Ah, I guess we did destroy a connector for it, didn't we? Right, moment of truth. It connects. Ah, that's wrong. Now. Annoying. Connector? Toggle block, locked, unlocked. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Boom. Perfect. She is connected. God, that's handy. If we turn those off, will they recharge? It's been a while since I've played with batteries. If we turn them back on, do they recharge? I'm not sure. No, I don't think they do. Don't think they do. Interesting. Okay, that could prove to be some sort of problem. Does she lift? Brilliant. No, is the answer. No, she does not. And that one's not even connected. Oh, wonderful. Okay, cool. That's annoying. Okay, without any of the edge blocks, this does kind of sync up. Unable to place. Yeah, of course. Of course. Right, so this piston is pretty much pointless. It's only going to be like a, I guess a follower. Not really going to do anything, but going to be there as moral support, almost. I might just fully weld up this side as well. That way we can eliminate anything on the platform that needs to be eliminated. A rounded half edge. Could these blocks have come at the perfect time? I think they could have. I think they could have. Annoyingly, they're not going to tee up perfectly, but a rounded half edge would look really cool. Yeah, I might be able to get on board with that. I don't know why this is kicking out so much dust from over here too. One of these broken, or just a little bit crushed. Could just be a bit crushed. It's definitely a strange noise coming from it. Yeah, weird. Almost kind of looks like a lifeboat. This front side still does need doing, but I'm gonna quickly test it and see if it does still drop with, well, with the setup that it's got. No. Oh. Nah. Maybe it's getting stuck on that connector. No, it's not. Nope. Ah, okay, now it's getting stuck on the piston. Checks out. Yeah, we need to fix that. Right side is still faster by a country mile, but maybe we just sack that piston off. Which would be a shame, because it is quite a nice touch. Unless we just bring it down slower, and then that's the side that leads. Why is that getting caught? It's gotta be the connector, doesn't it? Has to be. Wonder if we try to remove that, see if it has the same effect. Okay, this is absolutely gonna kick everything out. Ah, still full as well. So much gear just everywhere at the minute. There are still plates. Kinda just gonna have to play the game, aren't we? Just gonna have to play the game. We can't even pick it up. There we go. I did mess about with the connect air vent and stuff like that, so we should hopefully, maybe, be in the clear. Turn that on. Get the oxygen tank switched. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. And then for the moment of truth, second time's a charm. Or something like that. Just don't quite know what that's getting caught on. There's nothing for it to be getting caught on. Do you know what I mean? Maybe we do just go for the half blocks anyway. Just for peace of mind and ease of use. Yeah, that just glides up now. Makes this part look a little bit not great, but oh, I don't know, I think I'd rather it just work than be like perfect. Do you know what I mean? Not sure. Not sure. I can always cross that bridge later. Could always replace everything for bash blocks too. That could work. Yeah, maybe do that. That's actually a really good idea. It's been a while since I played with pistons properly. I think maybe bash blocks are the one. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Blast doors is actually what I meant by bash blocks. I think these should work. We can change them out for these ends. It's the only thing I'm thinking. Ah, that's the wrong place for a corner. We can change them out for the ends is all I'm thinking, and then we should hopefully just be able to, yeah, tee it up quite nicely. That makes it 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that works. That works. And then yeah, rotate these on the edge, and it should just maybe kind of sketchily wiggle its way down. But yeah, I mean, if it works, right? I'm gonna try it before I commit to it. In the dark. Lovely. Oh, we love torches. Way smoother. Way smoother. Little bit shaky going up. I guess that's just the weight. I don't know. Once it gets past the top of this point, it's fine, which kind of worries me a little bit. But it should be okay. If I need to, like, maybe just figure something out for this edge, I will. But yeah, for the most part, we should be fine, I think. Definitely going to need the ship for this one. That's a whole lot of blocks, and that's not even the big boy. 140 for one? Damn. That's a whole lot of bricks. Was not expecting that, not at all. Alright, I have welded up the 2 edges that have been catching. Fine on the way down. Doesn't even break a sweat. It's going back up. That is shaky. Wonder if I can just tweak it slightly. Yeah, there's not a single point where that's stable either. It's a little bit annoying. but yeah, what can you do? Kinda just gonna have to suck this one up, I think. Deal with it later. Right, what we do need though is a stupid amount of gear in here. These batteries are pretty much gone, aren't they? They're not far off. Let's go stock up. This is going to be a good test for the strength of the lift too, because we've got like a good few thousand steel plates in here. They're kind of going to need to take the weight of, well, the lift is going to need to take the weight of all of this. 150,000 kilos. However many tons that is a lot, and I don't want to do the maths. But it's, I guess it's like 150,000 tons. Yeah, checks out. 1,000 kilos a ton. That works. I have no idea where I'm going either. This is like the darkest night I think I've had ever. Cannot see a thing. Feels horrific. I'm going to try and keep it sub 30 meters a second. Maybe 40, because I will have a smash. It won't be pretty. I have not liked any part of this journey at all. It's been incredibly slow, incredibly controlled, and just as like, what, impact averse as possible. I've been like, well, as soon as I do that, I cannot try and pick up the pace. It slows down so very slowly because of how much weight is in there. I'm not even going to test the lift with the weight on. Maybe we should. Maybe we should, just for good measure. Because if we do ever bring this many resources in, and I do want to just map it all to fill up our storage system, then it's going to be very, very handy. Very handy. Can we tee it up perfectly? Not quite. Hello, Mr. Lift. Pull me in, please. There we go. Ready to dock. At the minute that won't unload because of our sorters, but it takes it. Takes it quite well too. Does not take it at all. Oh. That's really annoying. And maybe we do just need to replace these for half blocks and have like each side just be runners for it. That could have been the original solution, and that would have solved everything. But it's okay. We move. I think that is the best way to do it, and then we can just expand this however much we want and have everything work perfectly, and things will just be fine. Right, I'm gonna get this bad boy welded because it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful. Actually, not that bad. God, I love welding ships. They're just so good. We are down to our last little bit, however. I think that's probably the end of our resources. Yeah. Completely empty. But, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I think I actually prefer the look of that too, rather than just plain squares. It's nice to have a little bit of variation. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. There's a button there. Do not land on the button. Let's get that bad boy turned off. It works. Until it hits about this point, I think. And you can see it stuttering. But it's not too bad. The way up is the killer. Yeah, I reckon half blocks are the one. Half blocks will be the game changer for all of this, I think. And the lift might actually just work. Didn't think I'd spend like the majority of an episode just trying to fix one lift, but yeah, here we are. Expect the unexpected, I guess. Why's that making such a weird noise? Is there no power? Surely there's power, right? Ah, energy is full. That'll do it. It's looking at hydrogen. Even that wasn't refilling though. Why? We have no ice. That could be a big problem. That could be a big problem. Especially considering this next job means ripping down half the base. We'll be okay, right? Maybe? Maybe I'll go get some ice before we start, sling it in the ship, and just live and be merry, I guess. I need some lights on the base. It's so very hard to find in the dark. This little pit, even harder to find. When you're like, yeah, it like barely even renders. Oh, it's so dark. Right, in the ship you go. Only 2,000, but it'll do. For now, at least. Right, probably worth starting from the outside, isn't it? Where do we need to start from? I guess here. I need to turn the oxygen tank off. Otherwise that is just going to keep on filling and filling and filling and not get anywhere. Air. Give me some air. Vent fan off. And oxygen. Cool. So it's just slowly emptying. We do not want to do that. Not for a second. Right. We need all of this gone. Whole way down to the bottom. Oh, what a killer. Hopefully we can just, yeah, nice. Lock it off and crack on. I've just spent forever hunting for that single corner piece and I'm so glad it's a thing. That's going to tie this entire part together. I've been walking around like, why isn't there a corner piece to connect two half blocks? But there is, and it's delicious. I love it. That's unreal. So good. So good. I'm going to get half building, half grinding, halving. There's a lot of halves. Whole lot of halves and a whole lot to tear down. So I think doing this layer by layer is going to be the only way. Otherwise I'm going to lose my mind very, very quickly. Going back and forth from conveyors would suck. We're going to get this done, and we're going to get it done today. I feel like I definitely do not have enough for this, but oh, we do. Spot on as well. Beautiful. That's the entire top layer finished. We're down to, wow, 2 off. The final layer down here. Need to cut this in half, grab ourselves a smaller door, and then the last layer should just breeze by. Shouldn't actually be too bad at all. I'm quite excited to get it done. I think this is pretty much the last we need to do down here. Other than, you know, seal this thing off, get a full hanger door on there. This will kind of do for now. It's all pretty well established, to be fair. Yeah, not too bad. Right, let's get this second door in. That's a little bit annoying. But understandable, I guess. Are we even going to be able to fit? That's so tight, it's ridiculous. We can definitely come up with a better solution, because yeah, that catches us. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, this simply does not work. Cool. Cool. Right, well that can be a job for later. I don't want to deal with that right now. I would just quite like to check if this setup works, because I think having the edge on that is going to be way nicer than just a, you know, divot the whole way down to the ground, and we can do it up this side as well, just to give it a bit of a nicer finish, I guess, rather than it just being, well, just a plain block, really. Tiny bit extra we got to do, and then we can test. Right, let's go for the moment of truth. So much cleaner. So much cleaner. Does it maybe kiss the edge? No, we're actually golden. Gets a tiny bit pulley right at the bottom, but I feel like that could be... don't know. It could really be anything. That's, yeah, it's pretty sturdy for what it is. Pretty sturdy. A little bit ropey on the way up. Again, I think that's this edge. Yeah, if I grind all of that back and get the nicer edges on it, we should be okay. I just need to find a way to marry up those corners. It's the only tricky bit, as per usual. I think I might have just nailed it. It's pretty perfect. She's pretty perfect. Nice. Right, let's just clear this bad whole thing out. It would be nice if we can actually get this fully functional, operational, and raring to go today. Because, yeah, I haven't really done a lot else. So if we can tick this box, maybe go and have a look at our welder situation. And then, yeah, kind of figure it out from there, really. Don't really want to go too mad, but I know that I get carried away very, very quickly. So, yeah, we could always do power as well. Power is going to be very, very tight very quickly, I think. We're already struggling down here. Definitely struggling at the welder. Drill, sorry. So maybe just, you know, polishing something up on that front. Not sure. Either way, fully functional. There we go. She works like a charm. I'm kind of curious as to whether this is going to go up perfectly though. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just the weight of it is a little bit too much. Yeah, I wonder if I can increase the strength of the piston to be able to get it to work a bit nicer for us. That's going to run away. So going to run away. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to just make this stronger. Sussed it. If I share inertia, that just polishes that up perfectly. I don't know why, but it does. So this should now come the whole way down to the ground and be in the clear. Bosh. She's in. Lovely. And on the way up. Delicious. That could not be more perfect. Ah, lovely. Right, that's golden. Let's maybe try it with the ship on. Hopefully we get a better result than the last one. Fingers crossed. Just get this birdie up in the air. But yeah, I think if we can get this working, both slots conveyed in, should be okay. I think that's kind of all I really care about. Alright, does this go up? Yeah, perfectly. Could not be more perfect. Nice. Right, I guess we just get the edging done, build a little roof on it, and we're golden. Probably won't bother with the roof today, but we can at least get the edges sorted up top. Should be pretty stellar from there. So I built up the edges on these walls and decided the roof is not going to be what I'm going to pursue yet. I've pretty much got it to the point that we can airlock it and not have a problem, which is fine, but I don't quite know how tall I want this. I'm not sure. I feel like I should really just match the height down here, but yeah, I'm kind of uncertain. It does also come with moving a couple of wind turbines and, you know, getting them higher and yada yada yada. So is it a job for another day, or do I just do it now? Maybe we just do it now. Right, what is that gap? 1, 2, 3 of flats, and then 4 for the final edge. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, and then 4 for the edge. Nice. So 1, 2, 3 for the base layer. Come on, get in there, boy. Oh, it's just way too close. Okay, cool. And then 4 for the final edge. 4 for the final edge. Perfect. And then we can just sort of rock over from there. Job done, I guess. Yeah, nice. Nice. That's big. It's pretty chunky. So much for a sneaky little project. This is cool though. I do really like it. We got the full conveyor system set up. I just need to polish off the bottom. Could actually pose a few issues depending on how this is set up. And then feed it all back into the base. And we do just need one more down below, which I might even just go central with this. Probably an idea, isn't it? Does that put us dead center? Hell yeah, it does. Beautiful. 2 conveyors perfectly in order, and then everything inside should just work. Hopefully. It's always a great plan, until you have to put that plan to work. Turns out I did actually have a brain after all. I haven't had to drill out anything underneath this. So I'm going to do like a teeny tiny bit, but yeah, that's like spot on. We can get our conveyor in there without even breaking a sweat. Bring it the whole way through and then just drill through somewhere in that direction to be able to get the piece going that way. Can't remember where our conveyor actually is. It's got to be close. And we must have come underneath for all of this, yeah. So we can probably just tee off of that corner and everything just falls together from there. I think that should work, right? Should being the key word. There we go, we're pretty close. Hasn't even taken that long either. Just need to try and tee that up a little bit nicer. Should be around about there, give or take. Guess just to keep this consistent with the rest of the build, we should stick to pipes. Pipes are the way. Pipes just look so good as well. Probably my favourite DLC that I've bought, and they've had some good ones. Like the most recent one is actually very nice. They've had, yeah, they've definitely put the work in. Oh, okay. We won't do that right now. Wonder if I can hopefully try and... Come on, there we go. Not get stuck. Basically, I don't want to run back up just to unload a load of gear that I'm just going to use down here anyway. So I'm going to try and fizzle some bits out, make something work, hopefully not have to do 2 trips. There we go, nice and sneaky and kind of tidy. Looks pretty good. The only thing we're missing now is the connector up top. And all of the parts to be able to pull this thing together. My favourite part, as per usual. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-da. We're close, about halfway there. All of the parts should hopefully be constructed, if not they only take like 10 seconds with the mega welder. But yeah, otherwise, basically there. Let's just get her done. Get her done and in, boys. Sun is just on its way up as well. Another beautiful day on the Mars plains. Never gets more exciting. Of course I forgot the connector. Oh, don't even have steel plates for it. Oh, the last little piece of the puzzle. And I'm missing pieces. Ah, typical. Right, that should just slide right in there. And of course, definitely do not have the materials for that. Finishing touches. Nice. One connected connector. We now have access to just about everything in this building. Beautiful. What time to be alive. Alright, everything should be good. 5 will unlock that. And then hopefully it's as simple as dropping down, sliding across and locking in. Yeah. It's simple as it gets, really. As that line up. Should around about. Beautiful. Simple. Easy. Effective. Damn good is what that is. Nice. Right. Reckon this will crush whatever is in its way. This is very, very, very risky. Probably very silly. No, it just stops. Perfect. If I accidentally ever hit that button, I don't need to worry. Ah, that's brilliant. That was my biggest fear. I'm not going to lie. I was terrified that was just going to crumble. I think that slightly outset connector will save our life too. Very handy. That's really good to know. I like that a lot. Cool. Oh, I'm so excited. There's so much room for growth. I think just to finish up today's episode, I'm gonna maybe just pull the roof over this. 2 wind turbines that need moving. Simple enough. And then, yeah, just getting busy with it. Getting busy with it. I'm gonna do these one at a time just so I can use the old block picker and keep life easy. It's only taken 1,000 times longer than I expected all of this to take. But it's nice to see the creation finally coming together. I completely forgot about that corner. Welded up the other 2 just so I didn't have to come back to it. And then here we are. There we go. Nice. Right, I guess the rest is just a welding story. Yeah, I think so. Let's maybe sling the roof on properly, fully close this in. Could even be worth getting some lights in. Oh, I wonder if we can put lights on the underside of this. We might have to stagger them slightly. Should we have a look? I should have the light panels somewhere. There we go. Construction components. Oh, I forgot I don't have anything out here anymore, do I? Should have access for this actually. Construction components. Brilliant. There we go. Let's just get a few. Let's get a few. No. Oh, that's annoying. Maybe across the wall or something. There'll be a way. There'll be something we can do. Oh, I can do a spot at least. Actually. Yeah, perfect. Nice. Oh, I love it. Get those welded up too and we could just have a nice ambient glow over the beast. And when it comes down, it should just like completely disappear. Could even map it so when we press this button to bring it down, it turns those lights off. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Doesn't look too bad, that. Definitely calls for a welder, and might even be worth just getting these lights on just to make it, you know, a bit nicer, a bit more, I guess, breathable. Doesn't even matter. This whole thing is going to be down. Doesn't even matter. Let's go grab a ton of steel plates because I'm not doing this by hand. It is really kind of tempting to get this all bored out. I'll fill this up so quickly though. These are, yeah, these literally have nothing left. We need to do something about power. I think we just need a proper wind turbine set up properly. Could even put it on the backside of this, because these only really face this way. So yeah, we could expand out a tiny bit and just get a mega wind farm over this side. Could even add a few more solar panels, but I think the wind turbines are going to make the biggest difference. Just get, yeah, something proper set up. Good thing is always going to be a good thing as long as it is working efficiently. These aren't too bad. They do shadow each other a little bit, but through the day, yeah, they are completely fully effective. Brilliant. Exactly what I wanted out of them. All filled up. Let's get out of here. Hopefully we have actually got enough. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes of flight time. Without welding. Without all thrusters ago. It's going to be tight, isn't it? It's going to be tight. We need to get more power like yesterday. I can't really run anything off of this. This is not good. This is not good. Not good at all. Outside to inside has probably been the most effective so far. I reckon we go for that. Start on this side, work our way up over the top, down the back side, and then into the centre. Probably the best way, I reckon. It's the only way that keeps everything sort of flowing as evenly as possible. Drains down both of our storage tanks and yeah, just get things flowing properly. Properly, easy and effectively. Thing is sturdy. Oh, not when I'm driving. It's nice to just see it. It's like a massive marker pen, isn't it? It's so good. Any angle, any shape, any size, we're in there. No questions asked. Until, of course, you run out of power. And then you end up beached very, very quickly. That's not good. That is now stuck. I guess I could just throw a new battery on there. Probably not the worst idea. Let's just... yeah, let's do that. Steel plates should have plenty. If not, we are fully stocked up. Battery. That's so annoying. So annoying. Oh, well. Life does, in fact, go on. Let's grab 2. Go grab all the parts. The power cells are so heavy. That's going to be a problem. The only thing we don't have is the power cells. Power cells are incredibly heavy. I'm hoping I can get them. I guess if I just hand weld some of this. Oh, we're actually not far off. Actually not far off at all. Nice. So if I hand weld a bunch of this, I should be able to pull it back in one trip. Maybe. 3 power cells, 2 computers. That's all we're missing. Oh, that's so annoying. 24 out of 27. 27? Maybe we are good. I'm pretty sure we only needed 3. And then 20. Where did the 4 go? That's so very strange. I mean, one works, not the other. Probably turn it off, otherwise we're just going to get beached all over again. Can we turn it on and then off? Yeah, that works. Cool. Cool. It's crazy that it was cheaper and easier to just get a whole load of new batteries, you know, rather than just replacing the ones we had. Oh, they're so heavy though. Damn, we got to be most of the way through the gear in this ship as well, and they've just added like 20 tons to us. That's pretty nuts. It's kind of scary too. Oh my god. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Oh no, we are just running at full whack. Yeah, that'll do it. Those batteries are completely dead. Completely dead. Right, if I just set this up on the edge of this, wherever we'll hold it. I want to turn those thrusters off. Should have a button for thrusters, maybe? No. Control panel. Thrusters off. Still a couple on, isn't there? Yeah. Save. Should now all be off. Yeah. Cool. Nice. And then if we press the switch, hopefully that just words everything for us. Perfect. What a genius. Of course it misses the bottom too. Classic. Good old welder. Oh, what a good day. What a good day. I reckon we fly this back up to the other one, plug it in, and just hope for the best, really. That's everything. Ah, except for the edge. No, it's just letting a whole lot of light through. Weird. Very weird. I mean, it looks cool though. Looks very cool. Very happy. Very, very happy. Right, thrusters on. Let's go put this puppy on charge. Hopefully we can make it and not crash out. We aren't going to be able to use like most of our thrusters, so it's going to be a big pacing day. Yeah, we're about to learn a lot about the aerodynamics of this bus. Lovely. Sure would be a pretty crash though. Racing into the half-blocked sun as we fall to our death. Right, now we've got to take it super slow because if we're down thrusting, we have 0 up thrust. Because, well, even if we're going forward, we start sinking because our thrusters don't have enough power to maintain just about anything. I'm hoping this peak sunlight and just a good day really should be the saviour of everything. Maybe. 2 minutes left. No time like the present, Chief. Get yourself in there, boy. Is that enough? No, not quite, but we're not far. Just slot yourself right down on her. Come on. There we go. Locked in, baby. Beautiful. Right, let's change everything to recharge. Even the new ones have gone off already, completely blank. Oh, could not have been closer. Batteries, let's add. Interesting. Okay, so all of these batteries are maybe not attached. Confused. Nah, I was just being an idiot. Ignore me. So I have 2 groups. One is called batteries, which links all of our normal batteries, and then one is called ship batteries, which links all of our ship batteries. All of them you can't see. They are hidden from the terminal, but they're there. They exist. I don't think any of these are ever actually going to charge. Let's just show all of these in the terminal quick. Fully recharged in 3 days. Ah, 2 days. We're close. What about if we turn our refineries off? I wonder how much of a difference that's going to make. Industrial refinery 1 and 2. Fully recharged in 2 hours. That's crazy work. Yeah, we need to get all of this just polished up big time because we cannot have it working like that. Not at all. I think next episode we need to go on a big power trip, get all of this just better, really. I need way more wind turbines over here. We need to set up like a mega wind farm. We've got the solar farm. We can expand it and optimize it because these are the least optimized setup in the world. They sort of cross over each other. I've got an extra whatever these are called, custom turret controller than we need. Kind of just need it to be a hinge and a rotor, and then they can just function independently. Make a bit of a tower to get it out of the shadow of that, and then sort of shift it down one, get it all prepped up nicely and just working efficiently. And then yeah, wind. I'll probably start with wind. These are okay for now. Even if they're not super efficient, they do the job. I can always add another panel to the top of them as well. All of them should be able to handle that without too much of a panic. They kind of clash, but not too much that it's a problem. But yeah, I think for now, on that world save note, I'm going to love you and leave you just there in the comfort of this just monstrosity. It's been a good day. It's been a kind of strange day, but a good day nonetheless. We're still alive next to our mega hole. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you just there. Thanks for watching. Massive thanks to everyone supporting the channel. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Hopefully, stick around for the next one. Peace.